The Second Continental Congress had approved the Declaration of Independence on the 4th of July, which was just one day after the Brits landed their troops ashore on Staten Island. The start of what would become the largest expeditionary force in history prior to World War I. Washington had hoped that the declaration would bolster his troops' morale and fighting spirit once they heard it. So he had it read aloud by the officers to all those in his command. And interestingly, I think when General Howe got ashore, he immediately sends a letter to Washington. And initially, this is kind of humorous, I think, General Washington refused to accept it. Why, you might ask? Well, it was addressed to Mr. Washington and not General Washington. A blatant breach of protocol in his mind. And it took 6 days of this letter going back and forth at least twice before he finally accepted it. But even after accepting it, he refused to open it. And after hearing what it said, he asked Howe's adjutant to basically relay the information to him verbally. And so after he had heard it, he's reported to have answered, those who have committed no fault want no pardon. So it was evidently an offer of a pardon. Howe indicated that the king, in this letter, the king had empowered him, along with his brother, the Admiral Howe that I mentioned earlier, to settle differences in America. And so Howe, was hopeful that a meeting with Washington would be the first of many to work out these differences. And Washington, on the other hand, thought it was Howe was merely stalling for time, that he didn't have this authority. He just wanted to stall for time prior to an attacking him. So he refused the letter and the meeting and sent it back unopened.